Okay, let's take a look at the first sample multi-step practice problem, and then I'll ask you guys to pause, try the next two, and then I'll show solutions on the board. So our first problem here is 1,500 feet, 2 kilometers. We're given the two conversion factors, 5,280 feet equals 1 mile, and 1 mile equals 1.61 kilometers. All right, so looking at our situation here, we're trying to get from feet to kilometers. Let's start introducing some fractions to try and cancel some things out. So our first cancellation should be with this feet here. And looking at our conversion factor right here, I have feet on the top, I want feet on the bottom. So pretty quickly my fraction comes into being looking like this: 1 mile over 5,280 feet. Our feet cancel, leaving us in just miles. Okay, we have one more conversion factor to put in yet, and that is this guy over here. We want to cancel the miles. Miles should go on the bottom, so we'll put that over here, looking like this. All right, we have 1 kilometer, 1.61 kilometers. Miles cancel. All right, so looking up here, all of my units are gone except for my kilometers here, which is the same as my answer is. So it tells me that we're ready to go. Looking at our numbers, we have 1,500 feet, 5,280 feet is on the bottom, so it should be division. So 1,500 divided by 5,280, and then multiply by 1.61 because it's on top. If we do that correctly, we get a final answer of 0.46 kilometers as a final answer. Okay, at this point in time, I do suggest you pause it, and I will come back and show you the solutions for the final two sample problems here and here. Okay, let's take a look at some of the solutions here. So we have 20 feet 2 centimeters. All right, we're given two conversion factors. We're told that 1 foot equals 12 inches, and 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. All right, just like last time, we're going to introduce some fractions here. Feet should cancel, so we want feet to be on the bottom to cancel with the feet in the numerator. So our first fraction looks like this, where feet cancels. Our next fraction, we want inches to cancel out. So we want, because it's up here, we want inches in the bottom. So we wind up with a fraction that looks like this: 1 inch. Inches cancel, and we're left with 2.5 centimeters in the numerator, which tells me that we are good to go. Because all of our numbers here on the top, we're going to multiply out. So 20 times 12 times 2.54, which gives us a final answer of 609.6 centimeters. Okay, for our last sample problem for this section, we're looking at going from 5 gallons into milliliters. We're told that our conversion factors for this problem is 1 gallon equals 3.875 liters, and also 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. All right, introducing our fractions. We want gallons on the bottom to cancel with the gallons on the top. So our first fraction will look like this: 3.875 liters all over 1 gallon. Gallons cancel. All right, and our final fraction, we're trying to get to milliliters, so we want this liters to go away. To do that, we want liters on the top and the bottom. So our next fraction will look like this. Okay. And just like last time, we have all of our units gone except for our milliliters, and we have everything on the top, so we're going to multiply out. So doing so, we find our final answer is 19,375 milliliters. All right. So we have one more type of factor label conversions to look at, and that is rates. So let's take a look at some rates we have to try to figure out how to convert. All right. A rate describes how quickly a measurement is changing, usually in respect to time. Some examples of rates might be miles per hour, meters per second, kilometers per hour, and you can see rates describing any kind of change in distance, height, volume, or mass, but you usually see it mostly with distances, especially in physics. Rates are very common in all sciences, but very much so in physics. Common rates include speeds, velocities, and accelerations. If you ever asked to identify a rate, you can really easily tell by looking for units that look like something over something else. In that case, you will almost always be dealing with a rate. So, especially when that something else is a time. So let's look at how we actually go about tackling some of these problems. To perform a rate conversion, it's important to start off on the right foot. You want to write your rate in a fraction form. So, for instance, when you come across 15 miles per hour, you want to start off writing that as 15 miles over hours. This will allow you to kind of go at each of the conversions with a slightly altered method that we've already been practicing. So it's going to help you be a little less confused. Next, you'll begin to introduce conversion fractions to cancel out unwanted units. Remember, you will need a unit on the top and the bottom, so same as last time. With the one little exception where we might have to worry about canceling out a unit that's in the denominator this time, which will force us to do some things a little bit differently. All right, so looking at our first example here, we're being asked to convert 20 miles per hour into feet per second. Well, we're going to start off introducing our conversion fractions. So we're probably going to start off going from miles to feet. Miles on the top, so we also want miles on the bottom. This will allow us to cancel out miles, and we're already in feet, which means that our numerator is satisfied, but looking at our denominator, we're still in hours, so we're not quite where we want to be just yet. So now let's try and introduce another conversion factor to get out of hours and into minutes. Hours is on the bottom, so in this example, we want to put hours on the top so that we have both hours on both the numerator and in the denominator, allowing us to cancel out our hours. We're not quite there yet. We have minutes and we want seconds, so we have one more conversion factor. By putting in this one, our minutes cancel out, because minutes are on the bottom and the top, putting us in feet over seconds, which means we're at a final answer. Multiplying and dividing this correctly, we'll take 20 times 5,280 divided by 60, because it's in the denominator, divided by 60 again, will give us a final answer of 29.33 feet per second. All right, let's take a look at one more example to convert 3 meters per second to kilometers per hour, and then I want you to pause again, try these other two, and then I'll show those on the board. Okay, let's look at our first example over here, 3 meters per second. And we're going into kilometers per hour. All right, so looking at our situation here, we have a few conversion factors we're going to need to use to do this one. We'll need 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. We'll also know I'll need 60 minutes equals 1 hour, and 60 seconds equals 1 minute. All right, so looking at our first thing, let's try and get the numerator taken care of first, and then we'll worry about getting our denominator taken care of second. If you only ever want to target one of the units at a time, don't try and jump multiple units at the same time. It's going to get confusing pretty quickly. All right, so fix this. It's 1,000. All right, so looking at our first conversion here, we need to get out of meters and get into kilometers. So our meters are on the top, so that means I want to introduce my meters on the bottom. Putting my kilometers on the top. This will cancel meters out, and our top unit here, kilometers, is in our target unit over here, so it tells me we're taking a step in the right direction. All right, we have seconds to take care of yet, and we're moving towards hours. We can't make the jump directly from seconds to hours, but we can go from seconds to minutes. So let's look at our next fraction. Okay, we have seconds in the denominator, which means we need seconds in the numerator. So looking at our conversion factor over here, we're going to put 60 seconds up here and 1 minute down here. This allows our seconds to cancel. Even though we are moving through other fractions, remember the commutative property still applies here. So that will cancel out our seconds. We're not quite done yet. We want to get from minutes into hours, so we have one more fraction left. So if we introduce our final fraction, that should do the trick. We want minutes to cancel out. It's already in the bottom, so it means we want minutes in the numerator. So if we introduce a fraction that looks like this, you can see now the only surviving units are kilometers and hours on the bottom, which tells me that we have this set up properly. All right, from here, we're going to just simply multiply and divide our way out. So taking 3 divided by 1,000 times 60 times 60 will give us a final answer of 10.8 kilometers per hour. Okay, at this point in time, I do suggest you guys pause the video, try your final 2 examples, and then look for the solution. Okay, so let's look at a solution for the final 2 questions. All right, we have 35 miles per hour. We're going to feet per minute. My 2 conversion factors for this particular problem are going to be 5,280 feet equals 1 mile, and also 60 minutes equals 1 hour. All right, so let's start introducing some fractions. All right, so our first fraction here, we have 5,280 feet. We want to get out of miles into feet. Miles needs to cancel, so I should put my miles on the bottom because I have it in the top. So let's do that. We have 5,280 feet over 1 mile. Okay, miles cancel, and it gives us feet. Feet is in our final answer, so I know that I'm good with my numerator at this point in time. Now, with hours, we need to get that to go away. So we're going to use our final conversion factor to look at our denominator. We want minutes, and hours needs to go away. We have hours in the bottom, so we need hours in the top. All right, and then 60 minutes goes in the bottom. This allows us to cancel hours and hours, and we're left with minutes. We have feet per minute left over, which is the same in our answers, so that tells me that we're ready to solve. Taking 35 times 5,280 divided by 60 gives us a final answer of 3,080 feet per minute. Okay, in our final question, this has a lot of steps, so I might have to get creative with board space here, but we have miles per hour into meters per second. So we're going to have to make a couple jumps here to make this work. I'm not going to show my conversion factors on this one to save some space, but we're going to be moving from miles to meters first. So to do that, I'm going to jump from miles to kilometers. My conversion factor for this one is 1.6 kilometers equals 1 mile. All right, miles cancel, and I am in kilometers. My next step, I'm going to move from kilometers to meters. I know there's 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. Once again, because I have this set up properly, the kilometers cancel, and I'm now in my meters unit, which is what my final answer needs to be in. All right, my final step here, my final 2 steps, I want to move from hours to seconds. So just like before, I'm going to introduce a fraction with hours on the top, 1 hour, and 60 minutes on the bottom. This will allow me to cancel out hours, and my final step here will be multiplying by 1 minute over 60 seconds. This cancels minutes out, leaving me in just seconds. And we can see here my only surviving units are now meters and seconds, which tells me that my final answer is just a multiplication away. So taking 60 divided by 1.61, multiplied by 1,000, divided by 60 will give us a